Hi, this is my thoughts on my trip to Atlanta. Basically, I left on last Thursday, and I was going for a YouTube event. It's more like a meet and greet. You meet the different YouTubers who have channels on YouTube. I went last year and I had a pretty good time, so I went this year also. So basically, I flew this time because last year I had caught the bus and rode the bus for 2 days. But this time it was a little quicker. It was like an hour and a half, and I was in Atlanta, and that was pretty good. Basically, I got off the plane and got on the train, the Martyr, and went to Chick-fil-A's and yeah, I went to Chick-fil-A's and got something to eat. Then I went to the grocery store. Then I went to go look for the place I was staying at, and I was staying at Airbnb, and it was a little difficult because I had was familiar with the other place I was staying at, and I wasn't able to find it, so I had to call the host of the house, and I called him twice basically because it was really confusing on the street because actually it's the street called Lydia, and then there's Allen, and then they like both cross each other really quickly. So if you don't look at the sign, you really know. So I was walking all over, and I was asking people for directions, and they were sending me in the wrong direction. And basically, they had said that they didn't know a street called Allen. But I found the place, and the host wasn't there. It was another guy, and he said my bed was on the right, and I was like, oh, okay. Um, it was a room that they had like 6 beds, so it was a house, and it was in the living room. It was actually the living room and the dining room, so it was like 6 beds, and I was sharing it with some other guys and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, this is not bad. The weather was really hot. It was like in the 90, 94, 95. So I was like really sweating. So I had to, take my clothes off and take a quick shower. And basically, I rested until about 9 o'clock because I was going out to an event, to a variety show. And I went to the variety show. I couldn't find that either. So I asked the cab driver, he said it would cost me like $15 to get me to go to this place. I was like, no. He said, how much you have? And I was like, I got $5. So he was like, no, that's not enough and stuff like that. So he gave me directions. So I walked and I found it, and I had a very good time, and I was interested. And the variety show was something like I would try to put together here in Detroit. Just to do it. Get people who have talent. Like musical talent or whatever, uh, drag performances, stuff like that, who, want to perform and, allow them to do that. And what else happened? So basically, after that, I had a beer, and then I went back home. Basically, everybody was like, the next morning, everybody was like asking me, like, what did I do and stuff like that. So basically, this place where I was staying at was supposed to be Airbnb. It was more like a halfway house because most of the guys there was there for work and they wasn't like on vacation. So, and then the guy asked me what was my expertise to say that I was a social media manager. And I was like, from personal experience, actually, I took a class online with, I can't pronounce this university, but it's called Udemia. So, and I had read books and watch videos to prepare me for this career that I'm trying to take. So he went on, and I was like, basically, I'm just here, on a vacation. So that went on for a couple of days because I stayed like 5 days. So and then it was like one guy, he was like really rude and not like speaking to me or whatever. So, I played in no mind, but, it was just a situation. And then, I don't know, it was just really weird, because they were all adults and you wouldn't think of the behavior, that they had or whatever. So I dealt with that and stuff like that. I'm trying to, well, Saturday, okay, Friday, the YouTube groups, they got together and went to Six Flags, but I didn't go. And then I thought the YouTube event was like on Sunday, and it wasn't. It was on Saturday, so I missed it. So I went to the Martin Luther King Memorial Saturday morning. So that's what I did, and we did some shopping afterwards. But that's basically what happened. And nothing happened Sunday. I was just relaxed. I can't remember if I went anywhere on Sunday. But Monday, I got up and I went to the library and I printed my ticket with Spirit, and that went smoothly. It was a lady at the library. She was trying to get a copy of her SSSI paper, and I tried to help her, and she got really confused. But one of the clerks from the library helped her, and she was I don't know if she got her paper that she could maybe to print it or whatever, but I know that the librarian had helped her, so I was happy about that. And she was like a little stressed out, so I hope everything for her really worked out. And basically, like at night, like at 9 o'clock, is when it was like a little cooler, but it was still kind of hot at night. I would drink a couple beers and just chill out and stuff and eat something and boom and fall asleep and wake up and do it all over again. But basically, I had a nice time. But the only problem I had was just with the Airbnb, with the guys, and they were like a little different. So that was the only uncomfortable feeling that I had with my trip to Atlanta. But I know one thing: I wouldn't go back to Atlanta in the summertime. I would definitely go like in October or January, February, March. Maybe May. But that was about it. Saturday I went to the Daiquiri Factory. So this guy named Scorpion put up a post on Facebook that I followed, and they would say they was meeting up at the Daiquiri Factory. So I went, and basically they looked at me really strange and wasn't welcoming. They was like kind of upset. Maybe I had sat at their table or whatever. So that was kind of awkward position. So I think this is the last year that I'll be going to any YouTube events. I would try to plan to go somewhere else, like maybe St. Louis. So the Daiquiri Factory wasn't a cool experience either. So I guess everybody have their own little ways and stuff like that, and I have to learn. And maybe it's because maybe I'm a little sensitive and I need to grow up. But I'm working on it, and that's about it. So thanks so much. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment.